People assume dietitians spend all day telling people to stop eating cheeseburgers. In reality, I spend most of my time trying to help people be less afraid of food. And honestly, that's one of the saddest trends I'm seeing in nutrition right now. If you feel anxious about food, guilty for eating wrong, or just exhausted trying to keep up with the latest nutrition trends, this video is for you. More and more people are doing everything they can to avoid eating, skipping meals, intermittent fasting, only eating low-calorie foods, or suppressing appetite with medication. And I'm not here to shame anyone for any of those things. Some of these tools absolutely have medical purposes for the right people. But for many people, they've simply become the next strategy in a long line of trends centered around eating as little as possible. And often, people are using them without guidance from a medical professional. They may not fully understand how they work. They just heard about them online and hoped they'd finally be the answer. And while some of these strategies may be helpful for the right person, many people are trying them simply because we've created a culture so focused on eating less. We've become so focused on avoiding food that we've lost the plot on nutrition. And honestly, I don't blame people. We live in a time where fear-based food messaging is everywhere. Every day, people are told, don't eat too much sugar, don't eat artificial sugar, don't eat processed food, don't spike your insulin, don't snack, don't eat too late, don't eat too often, and definitely don't eat carbs. And when you hear messaging like this constantly, it starts to feel like every single food decision you make is make or break for your health. This is super stressful, and people are becoming terrified that they're going to do nutrition wrong. They start believing that if they mess up one thing, if they eat dessert once, if they eat processed food sometimes, if they eat too much sugar one day, or if they eat at the wrong time, they have failed. So instead of eating in a way that's balanced and sustainable, they become more rigid, fearful, and restrictive because they feel like there's absolutely no wiggle room to mess up. And at some point, people stop trusting their bodies and start following rigid nutrition rules and magic pill solutions. For example, I see this all the time in coaching. Someone wants to improve their health, but they're not drinking water, not eating vegetables regularly, not eating enough protein, and skipping meals all day. But the first question they ask is, should I take creatine? And listen, creatine can absolutely be helpful if you already have 95% of your healthy lifestyle already in place. But in the case of somebody who doesn't have a healthy lifestyle established, there is so much more we can do first to improve your health without having you go buy an expensive supplement. For these people, I help them focus on building a healthy foundation of nourishment first before trying to super optimize everything. Because for most people I see, a few simple lifestyle tweaks can make the difference they're looking for. And one of the first things I focus on is just making sure somebody's eating enough calories, enough food throughout the day. Let's talk about calories. Somewhere along the way, calories became a bad word. I hear things like this from clients all the time. I found this protein bar and it's only 150 calories. I try not to eat more than 1,300 calories per day. I love avocado, but it has so many calories, so I don't eat it a lot. And underneath all of those statements is the same belief that we need to eat as few calories as possible. So many of us are stressing so hard about decreasing calories that we forget they have a purpose: to give you energy, to keep you alive and functioning. We need calories to think, move, repair tissue, support hormones, maintain muscle, support our immune systems, and literally keep our hearts beating and our lungs breathing. And when people chronically undereat, the body is forced to adapt. Energy gets redirected towards basic survival functions and away from things the body sees as less essential in the moment. That's why chronic undereating can lead to things like fatigue, constant food noise, intense cravings, poor exercise performance and recovery, hair loss, hormone disruption, loss of menstrual cycles, getting sick more often, and generally feeling physically and mentally awful. I sometimes explain it to clients like this. If your phone is in low power mode, certain functions start getting limited so your battery can survive longer. Our bodies do something very similar, and yet so many people are walking around thinking food is bad, they shouldn't enjoy it, and they should try to limit it as much as possible. And that creates anxiety around doing completely normal things things like eating a snack, eating fruit, feeling hungry, eating when you're hungry, enjoying dessert, or simply eating enough. And that's why I don't think we need more rigid nutrition rules to follow. We need to give ourselves permission to listen to and trust our bodies again. Because in my experience, a slightly imperfect diet eaten consistently without fear is often healthier than a perfect diet built on restriction and anxiety. So what can you do to step out of food fear and start listening to your body again? First of all, I want you to hear this straight from a dietitian. You do not have to eat 100% perfectly to be healthy. I eat dessert sometimes. I eat before bed if I'm hungry. I sometimes eat until I'm overly full. And I can tell you personally, there was a version of me who felt extreme guilt for all of these things. But that mindset didn't do anything for me except keep me in a cycle of severe restriction, not being able to maintain it, then overeating, feeling guilty, and then starting the cycle back up again. What I've learned to do instead is give myself a little wiggle room and let go of the need for everything to be perfect. Focusing on consistent, supportive eating behaviors has helped me reduce guilt, break the cycle, and actually feel healthy without rigidity. And that's your main takeaway from this video. Instead of bouncing from diet fad to diet fad, focus on getting back to nutrition basics without fear. Eat when you're hungry, build balanced meals that keep you energized and full, drink enough water, and move your body in ways that feel supportive most days. And most importantly, please remember this. Eating is not only okay, it's necessary. It's what allows your body to live and function well each day. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please leave a comment below. And if you're on a GLP-1 medication or thinking about starting one, you're going to want to watch this video next. It breaks down how to eat on a GLP-1 to help you lose body fat, not muscle. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.